Rocket. We want to make sure that we have sound before we have to do take 3 again, like we did this morning.
I might need to practice.
Loud and clear.
Just saying.
What's that? We can't hear. We can't hear anybody here though. I guess they'll put it up on the screen for us to hear.
Yeah. There's nobody to hear you.
Right, but when me and Megan hop on, we're going to need for Megan. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
And you will.
Sweet.
All right. We're live. We're live.
Is it time?
Is it time? It's 4:59.
4:59.
4:59.
Are you sure it's not 5?
It's 5 o'clock. Are we ready?
Are we ready to go, guys?
Good evening. We're excited to be in Boise to celebrate the successes of so many NAE4 HYDP colleagues and friends. Also, congratulations to other award winners who are recognized at business meetings during the conference.
You know, Donna, you did that pretty well considering where you were before you came to this
Yes.
meeting. You were having a little celebration of success before you came on tonight.
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
So I'm going to go off script for a minute. When Megan asked Don and I to do a reflection, what does that mean? So as we had a chance to practice this about 2 weeks ago, I saw all the people who were getting their 25-year award with me. I thought, you know, about a time when I was at a table with Kevin and Kathy Allen from Oklahoma. I'd never met Kevin and Kathy before, but that night at the banquet, we had a great time. It was fun to learn more about them and their family and just get to reflect and on the things that we've done over the years. My buddy Mike Hauser, we've done a lot of non-scheduled off-site seminars on wheels, and I see he's getting that award tonight. And I also want to do a shout out to my buddy Reed Finley, co-worker in Idaho. He's getting his 25-year, and he's going to get off here in a little bit to do a master gardener. So I really appreciate the chance to reflect about those things. I'm sure many of you have the opportunity to reflect on banquets in the past and think about the things you've done with your friends at the conference. And I just wish we were all together to enjoy those times again tonight. So now I need to get back on the script because I'm sure there's a time limit, right, you guys?
Yeah.
So when the banquet committee came to, Donna's giving me the high sign in the back. So when the banquet committee got serious about the awards and banquet plans, they never dreamed they would have to punt and do this whole thing virtually. No, you're up.
They didn't. Thank you. No, they didn't. And we really wish to thank Alan Taggart, AKA Joe Vandal, if you happen to be in West Virginia last year, Megan Brittingham and her whole Wyoming team. Wyoming has really stepped up to help us for putting this night together. They've been able to join forces with member recognition VP Cheryl Newberry to find a creative way to recognize our service award winners.
You know, we're really grateful to the Board of Trustees for having the confidence to allow the Idaho team to move forward with the conference, even though there were a lot of unknowns. Our great Idaho team is with us tonight. And by the way, you guys are looking awesome.
We want to thank everyone who has presented workshops and posters and all those that will present tomorrow. So the key to the success of this whole online conference has been the quality of those professional development opportunities.
We also wish to thank all of our great association members that had the confidence to participate in this conference. I'm sure it took a leap of faith on your part to join us the last few days.
And we also would really like to thank Jim Thompson.
Whoops.
Don't do that to me. John Meidel, Donna Johnson, and Sarah Gallant from Capitol Hill Management for all the work they've done to put this conference together. And I'm pretty sure, yes, they are really tired of Scott and I don't think you have any idea what they've done for the association this year. It's been a big hurdle for us this year.
And so we're also grateful to Kia Harries, our president, for her support and leadership. We've been on so many Zooms with her, talking through things, making tough decisions. But I think the association should pay for her to have a presidential suite so she can kick back and relax. Don't worry, Jim Wilson, that's not going to be a conference expense.
I think we should too. She has really earned it. And then I understand that this whole broadcast tonight is going to be on Facebook Live, which is really exciting. I don't know what that is, but I hear that it's really, really exciting. So that's awesome.
So Donna, when I convinced you to serve as the conference co-chair, that was one of the smartest choices I've ever made in my professional career.
Yeah, well, not so much for me, maybe. I'm not sure. But I know when I agreed to this, you said it was your dream to bring this conference to Idaho. And I said, I certainly hope it isn't my nightmare. And obviously, we have had a little bit of both over the whole last 4 years.
Well, you know what, Donna, you're right again.
Thank you, always.
And let's get started with tonight's program. Please join us in welcoming our co-hosts for the evening, Megan Brittingham and Alan Taggart.
Woohoo!
Hey, thanks, Scott and Donna. I think that this whole experience has been far more of one of those things that you just said than the other. I know that when you two were coming up with themes for this conference, you had no idea how appropriate a vision for the future really would be. So on behalf of the Idaho team, thank you for your exceptional leadership and optimism during this whole process. I'm really excited to join all of you live from Wyoming. And with me this evening from Boise is Alan. He's our co-host and our awards co-chair.
Thank you, Megan. All of Idaho wishes, getting feedback. All right, thanks, Megan. All of Idaho wishes that all 1,420 participants were here in beautiful Boise, but this has been a great virtual conference. I hope providing some virtual options continues in future conferences, even after the pandemic, to loop in the folks who aren't usually able to come, but we definitely miss seeing all of you. Speaking of the pandemic, how is Wyoming handling all of this, Megan?
I am so glad you asked, Alan. Everyone always thinks that Wyoming doesn't have to do anything to socially distance, but that's not true. We do our part to maintain a safe 6-mile distance between each other, like always.
That's awesome. It's been so much fun working with all of the Wyoming crew and planning this ceremony.
Well, thank you. We've had a great time too, and we were so humbled when Idaho invited us to be a part of it. I know that our extension leadership is watching us live on our Facebook feed, and Wyoming had some fantastic plans for an in-person event. So if Tennessee or Wisconsin needs an awards committee, Wyoming is available.
We do have a fun evening planned to recognize and honor friends and colleagues for their accomplishments. Communicator and specialty awards were presented already, so tonight we can focus on the 215 service award honorees.
And even though we're virtual, some things will be the same. For example, Alan and I got dressed up in our fancy clothes. And even though we can't provide you with a free drink during the reception, I do encourage everyone to raise their glass to all of our colleagues and friends as they get their award. Also, if you're at home, feel free to enjoy your own fine awards meal.
Just like always, award winners will receive plaques and programs. Award winners will also receive a cool engraved magnet made from lumber from Idaho forests. And these items are being shipped to each state's membership recognition chair for distribution. And as Donna and Scott mentioned, tonight's festivities are being live streamed on the NAE4HA public Facebook page, allowing friends and families and non-conference participants to join in the celebration.
That's right. We even had that planned when we were in person. We hope that everyone, whether you're on the webinar or on our Facebook Live, will share your reactions and comments and chats, just as we've been doing the entire time, to show support for your friends and our colleagues, our award winners. Throughout the evening, we'll be asking you to add your comments and cheers to the chat section as well.
So don't forget to use hashtag NAE4HA 2020 and let us know who you are cheering for. And if you're joining us on Facebook Live, snap and share a selfie of your awards banquet attire. We would love to see it.
Yes, that's one of my favorite things about the awards banquet, is looking at how well everyone cleans up. One thing that is different tonight is that we'll introduce our awardees in reverse alphabetical order by state, starting with Wyoming. as the last alphabetical state and the least populated state, and it's our party, we felt that it's a small gift to ourselves.
So let's begin tonight's celebration by recognizing the recipients of the Achievement in Service Award, or ASA. The recipients of these awards are NAE4 HYDP members who have served more than 3 years, but less than 7 in extension. The number of recipients per state is based on the number of their paid NAE4HA members. Tonight's ASA winners are receiving plaques courtesy of Rickstein Recognition. Tonight's ASA winners are presented by future Wyoming ASA winners, Tycee Brown, Emily Haber, Amanda Hitchusmall, and Brittany Hamilton and Emily Swinyer.
Kelly Chichester, Wyoming. Lisa Ingram, West Virginia. Jason Ryan, West Virginia. Michael Sieber, Washington. Callie Ward, Utah. Elizabeth Davis, Utah. Sydney Atchley, Texas. Angie Norris, Texas. Amanda Spiva, Texas. Morgan Batty, Tennessee. Shelby Bronner, Tennessee. Brent Smith, Tennessee. Emily Barton, Tennessee. Casey Jones, South Dakota.
Carol Hamilton, South Carolina. Lauren Hood, South Carolina. Amanda Knopf, Pennsylvania. Amy Gargis, Pennsylvania. Kelly Nowak, Oregon. Samara Ruffner, Oregon. Jessica Nichols, Oklahoma. Elizabeth M. Nicholson, Oklahoma. Allison Cooper, Ohio. Katie Cole, Ohio. Elliot Lawrence, Ohio. Carolyn Holman, North Dakota. Angie Johnson, North Dakota. Allison Walker, North Carolina. Taylor Jones, North Carolina.
Sarah Jablinski, New York. Nicole Jacobs, New Mexico. Abby Kesley, New Jersey. Danielle DeWeese, Nebraska. Sarah Paisley, Nebraska. Scott Francis, Montana. Janelle Barber, Montana. Crystal Huber, Missouri. Ira Martin, Mississippi. Ashley Kerr, Mississippi. Courtney Johnson, Minnesota. Danielle Gangi, Minnesota. Caitlin Barbosa, Minnesota. Jill Conan, Michigan. Glenda Wise, Michigan. Laura Persnet, Maine. Kayla McGuire, Louisiana. Megan Sarver, Louisiana. Pam Pierce, Louisiana. Kelsey Shadwick, Kentucky. Ryan Farley, Kentucky. Michelle Barron, Kansas. Anissa Jepson, Kansas. Laura Lichty, Iowa. Abby Morgan, Indiana. Leslie Lodmell, Indiana. Heather Von Dilligan, Indiana. Sandra Prez, Illinois. Sarah Martin, Illinois. Nicola Dalton, Idaho. Miranda Small, Idaho. Kyle C. Karras, Hawaii.
Rebecca Green, Georgia. Michelle Gill, Georgia. Lisa Pollock, Georgia. Brennan Jackson, Georgia. Kelsey Hopt, Florida. Kelsey Irvine, Florida. Jessica Spillane, Florida. Betsy Morris, Delaware. Amy Canode, Colorado. Becky Jacobson, Colorado. Kim Sturkle, Colorado. Carmen Koch, California. Samantha Kroll, Arkansas. Valerie Turner, Arkansas. Joshua Moore, Arizona. Josh Klingman, 4-H Council.
Congratulations again to all of the ASA winners.
And thank you for those of you who are sharing some great photos of what you're wearing, even though the Facebook Live isn't open just yet. The Wyoming group sent me some photos of who they were watching with and what they were wearing. So thanks for participating, Wyoming.
Yes, and I have to say, I think my favorite one from earlier today, we have a gentleman from Purdue Extension that came and visited us here in the conference room. Mitch Wagoner, shout out to you for coming and taking a photo with us.
Great.
All right. Now I'm pleased to present our current NAE4 HA president, Kia Harries.
Good evening and congratulations to all of our award recipients. It's a fun evening and I'm glad to get to share it all with all of you. It's my opportunity to say a few words about the past year and what's ahead. And I just appreciate this opportunity and thanks to everyone for a beautiful evening. I've often joked about writing a book about my 4-H experiences and my time in extension. One of the titles that I've floated is, "You Can't Make This Stuff Up." There are so many different experiences that can be written into this book. I could write about my first club demonstration when I was in 4th grade, when I spoke about the beef project and how to care for and feed my beef steer. I read my beef bulletin and wrote out my speech carefully, and I practiced. When I got up to give my demonstration, I was super nervous, but my club did something I've never forgotten. We got applause before we presented. Do you know what it's like as a fourth grader to get applause? I still remember. I also remember one of my mistakes in that presentation was the word edible. I practiced, I knew what it meant, but in my nervousness, I said eatable. I remember panicking and being embarrassed, but people didn't laugh at me. When I was done, people applauded again and told me I had done a nice job. That kind of an experience makes memories that last a lifetime. I could write about being a camp counselor and that tornado warning that came one evening while we were at camp. I'm gonna guess many of you could share that same kind of a story. Or I could write about the time I missed the bus and got left at State Fair. And my sister was on the other bus and my animal was on the truck headed home. I had to call my parents collect to share the news that I wasn't going to be home when everybody else was going to be home. It wasn't just me. There were 15 of us that heard the directions wrong. But those are some of the fun stories. I could also write about my first big trip away from home to Washington, D.C. as part of CWF. Oh, that first time on a plane was memorable. I could also write about the importance of volunteers and club leaders and what a difference they make in the lives of young people with their encouragement and opening the doors of opportunity. I will be forever grateful to Maxine and Donna and Diane and Anne and Audrey for their leadership to our club and their encouragement for me to try new things and pursue opportunities. The importance of that encouragement from someone besides a family member is so critical to a young person. As an extension staff member, there's probably a couple more chapters that I could add to the book. The trips with young people and their excitement about visiting new places, or the times I've chaperoned and didn't get much, if any, sleep, or the times I've been tested with enforcing policies and rules that others didn't believe in. It's in those experiences where we learn an awful lot about ourselves. One of the chapters in my book is going to be about opportunity. In 2018, I started my president-elect comments with a statement about opportunity. Opportunity is defined by Merriam-Webster Dictionary as a favorable junction of circumstances. I am grateful for the favorable juncture of circumstances that have come before me. I knew from third grade on that I was going to be a teacher. That's the desire I had. When I graduated from college, the job market was flooded and I applied for a 4-H agent job. That led me to using my teaching skills and my teaching degree in a non-formal way, learning by doing at its finest. Along this journey that includes many favorable junctures of circumstance, I've learned from great role models. I've been introduced to new ideas and ways of thinking and expanded my personal leadership and met terrific people along the way. The chapter in my book about 2020 will reference the impact of the pandemic and the changes that we witnessed in our daily lives. There will be paragraphs within this chapter about the loss of loved ones, as well as paragraphs about growth and reflection. There will also be some paragraphs about expressing appreciation. I won't lie, those took a lot of time to discover. There have been some good things that have come out of this. 2020 has taught me that having a terrific team to work with can get you through the roughest of seas. Your NAE4 HYDP Board of Trustees is a hardworking group of individuals who've pulled together to be a team filled with creativity and action. It's not just anyone who can pull together in a pandemic and continue to move forward. Kudos to this team who has vision and energy and has given me a lot of grace. Speaking of another great team, I want to give a shout out to the Minnesota Association of Extension 4-H Youth Development Professionals. I am proud and honored to be a member of the Minnesota Association and to work alongside each of you every day You are energetic and enthusiastic, and it shows in your work every day. The one common theme that will be evident throughout my book will focus on how 4-H has played a role in my life and how learning by doing continues, no matter how old you are. I'm also thankful for the 4-H pledge that reminds me to use my head, my heart, my hands, and my health in service to my family, my club, community, country, and world. I don't know if any of you know this or how many of you know this, but Minnesota uses the word family in the pledge. And so if you ever see us in a room and we're saying the pledge, we always end last because we added an extra word. Thank you to each and every one of you for the encouragement you've provided me in this year of change, but more importantly, for the encouragement you've given to one another and the young people and the volunteers you work with. It's been an honor and a privilege to serve as the NAE4 HYDP president, and you can guarantee there will be a chapter in the book about this experience. I encourage each of you to think about what your story is about and how 4-H has influenced your story. You just can't steal my title. Thank you, everyone.
Yay. Hey, thanks, Kaya, so much. And I'm so sorry that we didn't include the hashtag Flat Kaya in our awards presentation this evening.
Well, I just wanted to give a shout out again to some other people who posted with hashtag NAE4HA 2020 earlier today. I love this reference to Mean Girls. On Wednesdays, we wear red, from Dawn Cools Vandevert, I believe from Ohio. So way to go. And Megan, it looks like we may be the only ones dressed up tonight.
Hey, I'm okay with that. I sat through most of the sessions in my sweatpants and even did one on the recliner.
Well, what would be great is to see how others are watching. I'm here at the Boise Center with the Idaho 4-H crew. Everyone say hi. Hi. Well, it'd be great to know how you at home are watching this evening. Let us know in the comments, whether on Facebook or here on the Zoom. The next group being recognized is the Distinguished Service Award winners. These professionals have served 7 years or more in extension. Again, the number of recipients per state is based on their number of paid NAE4 HYDP membership. National 4-H Council provided plaques for each DSA winner.
That's right, and here to virtually present this year's DSA awards from Wyoming are Kimberly Fry, Glenn Owings, and Christy Nagy. And starting us off this year is Wyoming's DSA winner, Stacy Buckles.
Stacy Buckles, Wyoming. Debbie Harris, Wisconsin. Sarah Targison, Wisconsin. Amanda Johnson, West Virginia. Lewis Honecker, West Virginia. Pam Watson, Washington. Chad Proudfoot, Virginia. Josh Dolan, Utah. Trent Wild, Utah. Kane Reeves, Tennessee. Sarah Keenan, Tennessee. Roseanne Dodson, Tennessee. Rob Augustin, Tennessee. Becca Tular, South Dakota. John Gandy, Oregon. Teresa Middleton, Oregon.
From Ohio, Amanda Rains. From Ohio, Catherine Feldhughes. From Ohio, Jamie McConnell. From North Dakota, Carrie Helgo. From North Dakota, Acacia Stuckel. From North Carolina, Holly Jordan. From North Carolina, Heather Schaefer. From North Carolina, Stacy Kinlaw. From North Carolina, Amy Lucas. From New York, Candace Freer. From New York, Rebecca Ireland Perry. From New Mexico, Aspen Aiken. From Nebraska, Jackie Steffen. From Nebraska, Elizabeth Janning. From Montana, Brett Schomer. From Montana, Wendy Becker. From Missouri, Jesse Fergens. From Missouri, Stephanie Milner.
From Mississippi, Jessica Sibley. From Mississippi, Tara Howell. From Minnesota, Jody Hinson. From Minnesota, Linda Hoagland. From Minnesota, Amy Wadding. From Maryland, Becky Ridgway. From Maine, Jessica Decky. From Louisiana, Chad Hagan. From Louisiana, Brandon Reeder. From Louisiana, Molly Ushry. From Kentucky, Megan Klee. From Kentucky, Diane Kelly. From Kentucky, Regina Browning. From Kentucky, Shannon Farrell. From Kansas, Amy M. Solek. From Kansas, Corinne Patterson. From Iowa, Kayla Taylor.
Sam Johnson, Indiana. Malia Lynn Huffman, Indiana. Robbie Kelly, Indiana. Suzanne Dolchek, Idaho. Mallory Wise, Georgia. Marcus Eason, Georgia. Jeffrey Burke, Georgia. Carla Farind, Colorado. Christine M. Kraus, Colorado. Tammy Eggers, Colorado. Jackie Zedeker, California. Eric DeVries, Arkansas. Diane Mashburn, Arkansas. Elizabeth Sparks, Arizona. Izette Ridley McNeely, Alabama. Kim Good, Alabama. Heather Elliott, 4-H Council.
Please join me in congratulating the DSA winners once again.
Hello, guys.
So Megan, You've heard of Abbott and Costello's Who's on First routine before?
Of course, I have, Alan. That's one of the most well-known comedy routines in the history of comedy. And it's also Abbott and Costello's crowning achievement.
Well, they're saying coronavirus is now officially a pandemic.
Who says?
Yes,
Who did?
of course. That's their job.
Whose job?
Exactly.
And what's the name of this organization?
Not what, who.
That's what I'm trying to find out, Alan.
It's the World Health Organization. Who?
Oh my gosh, who's on? Did they laugh? Oh my gosh. Actually, next up to bat is the board installation video. I can't wait to see this.
Hi, my name is Megan Tift, and I had the pleasure of serving as the chair of the Organizational Stewardship Committee this year. I'd like to take this time to thank the committee for all of their hard work in finding individuals to run for candidate positions. I would also like to thank the current board of directors for all of your hard work and leadership given to our association. And lastly, I'd like to congratulate our new officers and thank you for taking on this important leadership opportunity. At this time, I would like to announce the 2020-21 Board of Trustees for the National Association of Extension 4-H Youth Development Professionals. For Finance and Operations, Robbie Kelly, Vice President. Chad Proudfoot, Chair of Policy and Resolution. For Marketing and Outreach, Bertie Wiesen, Vice President. Ali Tusher, Chair of Public Relations and Information. For Member Services, Tricia Sheehan, Vice President. And Mike Klump, Chair of Life Membership. For Member Services, Melissa Henry, Chair of Member Recognition. And Betty Gottler, Archivist. For Professional Development, Mary Jo Moncheski, Chair. Steve McKinley, Vice President. And Elijah Wilson, Chair of Research and Evaluation. Professional Development, Sean Teedy, 2021 Conference Chair. And Donna Bradley, 2021 Conference Chair. Professional Development, Sarah Tarjizan, 2022 Conference Chair. And Sam Johnson, 2022 Conference Chair. Programs, Alyssa Walden, Vice President. State Relations, Sarah Moss, North Central Director. And Mary Weitzel, North Central Director. State Relations, Laura Bovitz, Northeast Region Director. And Brenda Pruitt, Northeast Region Director. Jeffrey Burke, Southern Region Director. Janine Sutter, Southern Region Director. And Carolyn Tyler, Southern Region Director. Western Region Director, Lacey Taylor. And Megan Brittingham, Western Region Director. On the President's Council, Scott Nash, President-elect. Suzanne Bortz, President. And Kia Harries, past President. Congratulations and thank you so much for all of your time, hard work, and dedication to our organization. Be safe and healthy, and best wishes.
Please join me in saying congratulations to our new board leadership.
Hey, that's really exciting, Alan. Congratulations to everybody. And I'm going to go off script right quick because we have the funniest comment that we found so far. And it's from Sarah Tarjason. And she says, so Clapping Guy, who I'm sure has a real name, but might forever be known as Clapping Guy, is amazing. And I would support that. His name is Glenn Owings, and he is from Wyoming in Teton County up in Jackson Hole, where everyone likes to visit. So he is amazing, and he did us a great service by being the Clapping Guy. Now I'm going to go back on script and say I hope that terrible Abbott and Costello joke doesn't get me kicked off the board. They didn't laugh at that?
You going, Megan?
No, I just couldn't believe Idaho didn't laugh at that.
Well, thank you, Glenn. We're grateful for you being our clapping guy forever. Many of you here tonight may have been influenced positively in your career by the upcoming award winners. And we encourage you to share those highlights in the comment section, whether that's on Facebook or here on the Zoom. That's another benefit of holding this banquet online, is that we get to share those positive stories.
That's right. And the award winners can't stop us.
True that. Take that recognition.
Yes.
Meritorious Service Awards, often called the MSA, is given to outstanding members with 15 years or more in extension youth programs. Winners must have already received the Distinguished Service Award and demonstrate innovative youth programming and leadership in professional associations. Because this award is so prestigious, each state is only permitted to recognize one recipient per each state. Tonight's MSA winners will be receiving plaques from Rixting Recognition. Presenting this year's MSA winners are Wyoming's Sarah Clenor and Alex Malcolm.
Bernadette O'Rourke, Wisconsin. Susan Gamble, West Virginia. Mark Heistemann, Washington. Wendy Herdman, Virginia. Melinda Birch, Vermont. Christine Jensen, Utah. Kaylee Runnels, Texas. Dwight Loveday, Tennessee. Carolyn Ashton, Oregon. Kimberly Davis, Oklahoma. Rochelle Vettern, North Dakota. Morgan Mainness, North Carolina.
Megan Tift, New York.
Amy Zemler, New Mexico. Sarah Chavilacek, Nevada. Colleen Pallas, Nebraska. Mandy Reed, Montana. Latrell Stokes, Mississippi.
From Minnesota, we have Tricia Sheehan. From Michigan, Jennifer Weichel. From Maryland, April Hall Borcheski. From Louisiana, Esther Bowe. From Kentucky, Kenneth Culp III. From Kansas, Carla Hightower. From Iowa, Lisa Birkeland. Indiana, Angie Rifle. Idaho, Erica Jeffries. From Hawaii, Rebecca Lynn Setledge. From Georgia, Sonia Jones. From Florida, Kate Fogarty. From Colorado, Shaylin Rebecca Flores. From Arizona, Amy Parrott. From Alabama, Tony Cook. And from the National 4-H Council, Sarah Hutches.
Hey, congratulations to this year's MSA winners.
Yes. And Megan, I love your Halloween costume.
Thank you. Ask me what it is right quick, Alan.
What is it?
I'm a basic witch.
Ah!
What's your costume, Alan?
Well, our friend Jeff Goodwin and Hawaii 4-H team, I obviously am a clueless Hawaiian tourist under quarantine. Mahalo.
Oh my, oh my. Hey, everybody who's watching, thanks for all the positive comments, and keep them coming as we move into our final award recipients of this evening. These are going to be NAE4HA members that have completed 25 years or more in extension. These winners will also be receiving a plaque from the National 4-H Council. And here to announce these incredible individuals are some incredible Wyoming individuals, Amber Armejo and Jen Matoski.
Debbie Harris, Wisconsin. Connie Creighton, Wisconsin. Jennifer Williams, West Virginia. Zona Hudson, West Virginia. Jana Ferris, Washington. Jolene Bunnell, Utah. Scott Williams, Utah. Joyce White, Texas. Michael Berry, Tennessee. Amy Murphy, Pennsylvania. Candy Botham, Oregon. Dia Rash, Oklahoma. Kevin Allen, Oklahoma. Rhonda Williams, Ohio. David Crawford, Ohio. Rebecca Barker, Ohio. Patty Zilmer, New York. Jennifer Collins, New York.
From Nevada, Carrie Stark. From Nevada, Jill Baker Tingy. From Nevada, Sarah Chavilicek. From Nebraska, Eric Stelhick. From Nebraska, Colleen Pallas. From Missouri, Kim Hall. From Missouri, Carla Deaver. From Minnesota, Karen Santel. From Michigan, Jennifer Weichel. From Louisiana, Charles Bear. From Louisiana, Lola Boone. From Kentucky, Gary Druin. From Idaho, Donna R. Gillespie. From Idaho, Scott Nash. From Idaho, Reed Finlay. From California, Keith Nathaniel. From Arizona, Michael Hauser. From the 4-H Council, Janet Golden.
Hey, congratulations to all of our 25-year award winners. Next up with some closing remarks is Scott Nash.
This is definitely off script for Donna. She didn't know this was going to happen. But I want to just tell Donna how amazing she is. I'm going to cry. It's been a pleasure working with her the last 4 years on this roller coaster ride. It's been a roller coaster ride, let me tell you. Had a lot of fun, a lot of conversations that kept both of us sane. A lot of things we said to each other that we can't share with anybody else. It's been a lot of fun. I'm going to miss working with you, but I never want to do this again. The experience has been good for our state, all of you guys out there, for Donna's Eyes friendship. As we both move into the next chapter in our lives, I want to make sure you know how much I appreciate you. Well, I've got a token of appreciation for you. I know you started early, but I've got a couple things here for you to share with your friends there, so come on up.
From here.
Remember the video we did to kick off the rebranding, and Donna had a case full of wine in her car? This is not a case, but she can share this with her friends tonight. So thanks for being my friend, and thanks for all your
Thank you.
hard work.
Did you buy that yourself? I'm impressed.
Shanna and Grace helped me.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, you guys. Have a good night.
Hey, thank you, Scott and Donna, for all that you've done. You guys have truly, sincerely done a remarkable job getting us all through this. In the chat box, thank you guys for playing in the chat box. That has been amazing. We will get Clapping Guy. He will be aware of this. I'd also like to shout out my personal thanks and appreciation to the Wyoming crew, that Go Pokes. They have been rock stars through this whole thing and very creative, including Lindsay with our communication and technology department, who helped us go virtual. Thanks to all of you for joining us virtually and helping to recognize all of our friends and colleagues on receiving national recognition.
Thanks for playing all our games and challenges too. We will see all of you at 7:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time tomorrow morning for the Wellness Challenge, and the business meeting begins at 8:15 a.m. Good night, everybody.
Good night, and we finished in under an hour. We should have some go away music.